Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your average YouTuber, Unstoppable9426, and in this episode here, I'll be going over the tips and tricks for how to defeat the easiest boss of the DLC, and undoubtedly also the worst boss of the DLC, and that is the Living Failures. I can relate. But anyway, this boss is a joke. This boss is literally like taking the Celestial Emissary, making it bigger and uglier, and then then they try to make it a lot more dangerous, but I mean, in reality, they don't. With the right tips, excuse me, and the right strategy, this boss becomes a joke, just like the Celestial Emissary in the main game is a joke if you have the right strategy. Now, just what you're looking at here is I'm trying to just farm Quicksilver bullets, whatever else I can get here. But see, the thing is, when you come into the research hall for the first time, you won't initially be able to access the boss room. You have to go all the way to the top of the research hall and push a lever. If you're familiar with the switch to Anne Orlando in Dark Souls 1 and 3, then it's pretty much the same concept. The platform will shift, and then you'll be able to go up this staircase, which will take you to the boss. Now, the interesting thing about the Living Failures, when you come in here, it's just, oh look, there's one of them. But the thing about this boss is, it is incredibly bad, but it's also interesting because there will be I said four failures at one time, max, in the battle. And yes, as you can see here, you can easily parry and visceral attack them into infinity. But the other thing to note is, after a certain amount of damage, one of those failures will die. So, like, if you just keep concentrating your attacking on one of them, it will eventually fall over, die, and a new one will take its place. Now, there's two types of failures. There's the failures that will actively track you down and hit you, like that one on the left there, or there will be the arcane failures, which will have a lot of different attacks. Those different attacks can do anything from what you saw earlier to just a slow-moving ball of arcane energy to like a tracking, I don't know what you would call that, like an Accordion ripoff? I'm not entirely sure, but it's pretty bad. Very easy to dodge. Literally the easiest way to win this fight is to focus on the arcane failures and keep popping them down, so that way you don't have to really contend with the strength of the actual aggressive failures. So this is a lengthy fight as well, because even though there's four failures on the map at one time, they each have the same health bar, and the collective health bar of all of these failures is enormous, especially once you get to New Game Plus, and then in that case, it's gonna be an endurance fight. But again, the same strategies are simple. If you happen to get, next to one of the more aggressive failures, you can go for the parry. You can do what I also attempted to do just a minute ago. Wait for the arcane one to finish an attack, and then once he finishes, you backstab him. In my case, I failed, but I'm sure others could succeed if you just got a little more lucky than me. Now, something else to note is you would think that the Shaman Bone Blade would turn the failures against one another. But the Shaman Bone Blade in this fight actually does not work. I believe in this clip I did attempt to try it, but it just didn't work. I stabbed the one failure and they weren't even going after each other. Yeah, this fight is literally the pits. This strategy that hopefully I'm giving you guys can work with any build. Now, when they reach 50% health, they will do this attack. I call it the raise the roof attack or something like that. Not that whole thing. Anyway, as you saw, what they'll do is they will call in meteors. And here's the thing about these meteors. Every single time the living failures do this attack, the meteors come from the same direction every single time. The only good strategy there's a lot of strategies actually, but I'll tell you mine. Mine is if I'm not within range of backstabbing one of the failures, I will hide behind that tree. That tree will protect you from all of those arcane strikes. Another thing you can do, which is kind of unique, is you can actually use the lone shield that you pick up earlier in the research hall, because it has a fairly high arcane defense setting. Like, it's worse at physical attack damage prevention than the wooden shield, but in arcane damage, this shield is just great. It will take a majority of the punishment that arcane attack that living failures has. Now, what I personally like to do, if I happen to find a failure like this one behind the tree, I'm going to get the backstab, and then hopefully he does not move much, or he doesn't move at all. Or in that case, he dies. So that way, I can literally just sit back there and, well, waste my time waiting on this stupid attack to finish. The reason earlier that you saw me go get my blood echoes is I tried a different strategy here to see if it would really do me any good. It didn't. I died fairly quickly. But yeah, right there was my hit with the Shaman Bone Blade. And as you can see, they're gonna raise the roof again. So it does not work. If you have Shaman Bone Blades, don't waste them on this pathetic excuse for fight. Save them for a fight that actually means something. Like Rom in the Chalice Dungeons, or just anybody that can actually be affected by this. And basically, again, it's all about endurance fight. Taking down these failures, as long as you can manage the crowd, attack the arcane ones when they're by themselves, and just keep dishing out consistent damage, you'll win every single time. Now this time I'm going to get a little riskier here, but that's because the failures are on 1 health and dead. If you happen to kill them in this phase, the meteors will still happen. But anyway, that's that. You get the clock tower key, and a much more satisfying boss fight lies beyond that door. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe to stay in tune with the rest of the walkthroughs and the possible streams. And other than that, you guys have a great day.